Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and today we are going to talk about Elite Dangerous Odyssey, and there's been a brand new dev diary, I would say, that is talking about the next edition of Elite Dangerous, which is quite frankly looking very impressive. I am extremely excited about it, and they did a kind of, it seems to be like a kind of similar format to Inside Star Citizen, so you know what guys, I decided to also make a format that is going to be quite similar to how I break down the Inside Star Citizen, but this time we're going to break down the dev diary for Elite Dangerous Odyssey. This is a title I'm very excited about because you can see that there is finally space legs. We can land on planets, and these planets look really phenomenal to me. So let's see what this is going to be about. Here we go. Let's listen to what they have to say. Road to Odyssey. All right. Planetary exploration.
Elite
Okay.
Dangerous is a fantastic game which spans back over pretty much 4 decades now. It's a massively multiplayer game in its current iteration, where you get to become a space pilot.
They're the Mamba, by the way, which is one of this is probably the last ship that was released in Elite Dangerous. It's true, the scope of the game is absolutely massive, the entire Milky Way, for those of you who don't know. But the problem is that the game quickly feels repetitive and shallow. And when you land on planets, the planets kind of look like lackluster when they were released in 2015, and especially compared to what was done in other games, especially Star Citizen, the graphics of the planets, even with the overhaul that was done, I think it was like 2 years ago, still look very dated, and they desperately needed to find a way to make the game look more attractive in order to bring back some of the other players who eventually migrated to other games, like Star Citizen, for example, to eventually have a better experience, enjoy better graphics, and overall have a better looking game that provides better quality, a better quality of escapism. Because in the end, guys, this is what it's all about. When you're playing this game, you want to feel like you are out of this world, and you want to feel like you have your own space fantasy. And I think that Elite Dangerous used to be good at that in 2014, 2015, but then especially when Star Citizen got its when Star Citizen got its object container streaming tech back with 3.0, and especially server object container streaming, server-side object container streaming, the scope of Star Citizen eventually expanded. We had more planets, we had more gameplay, and I think that it kind of made Elite Dangerous a little bit less relevant. But this is something that the devs at Frontier are trying to reverse. They want to reverse course and bring back some of those players, and I gotta say, I am intrigued.
And fly around the Milky Way, and that Milky Way is represented 1-to-1. It's a fantastic technical achievement.
With Odyssey, it's the development of everything that was cool and great and unique about the original game, but taken forward and with a new dimension added. And that new dimension is that you are now able to traverse this environment on foot.
Look at that, guys. This is, of course, from the trailer, but look at the sheer size of those ships here. We are finally going to really be able to have a grasp at how big those ships are, and I think that that is going to be quite a game changer. Very excited for weapons. We're going to have, obviously, first-person combat. This is not something that we'll see in today's video, but I hope that they will tackle that in a later diary.
On foot.
The first time even that you get out and you actually see your ship in front of you and you understand how massive these ships actually are.
Wow, and that looks like a Cobra. The Cobra is really massive indeed. It's interesting, it looks like the landing pad is almost getting through, having a footprint into that sand. I wonder if this is just because of the terrain, or if this is actually a thing. And look at the color of those skies, those landscapes here. This is looking phenomenal, guys. This is looking phenomenal.
It's kind of awe-inspiring.
It's actually really quite dangerous. You are millimeters away from the vacuum or from a thin atmosphere that could kill you in an instant. So the idea that you were enclosed in this suit and you could hear your own breathing was a really important part of the experience as far as we were concerned.
Well, yeah, but you have not invented anything here, Frontiers. So CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, has been doing this with Star Citizen for a very long time. Let's be honest, you are just copying what they did here. But that's fine. That's fine. It's okay to copy things that work. It's okay to copy to copy successful concepts, and I'm really glad to see that coming to Elite Dangerous, and I think that it looks fantastic.
One of the key things I really wanted to push was the idea that you'd kind of get that Neil Armstrong moment when you actually set foot on a planet for the first time. It had to have a slight emotional resonance to it. It had to feel like you were literally touching the ground for the first time. It's something we've hinted at with the ships, but now you can really do it.
That is, I think he's really having a point here, because this is not something that we could really feel when we were in the SRVs. I remember the first time I landed on an airless moon or planet, whatever it was, with an SRV. I was like, yeah, it's just like my ship, but I'm on wheels, right? You didn't really, it didn't feel like there was a connection between your character and your environment. But now that we'll be able to walk around, hear our footsteps, maybe see our footsteps on the ground. I don't know. This is something that CIG does in Star Citizen. Maybe I don't know if this is going to be possible in Elite Dangerous, but it's not really important. But the fact that you're actually going to be able to set up foot there, you'll be as close to the ground as possible, is going to add an entire new dimension of immersion to the game, and this is what I want when I'm playing this kind of game.
Exploration's always been a huge part of Elite. What's new
Wow,
is
look
the
at
fact
that.
that for the first time you'll be able to visit planets with light atmospheres.
We have all of the data for these worlds that we create. Which planets have what types of atmospheres, their surface pressures, composition, their temperature.
Wow,
Now,
look at this. Is especially what I like is the color schemes, and this is something that is going, in my opinion, if they pull this off, this is going to be a major blow to Star Citizen. Because, yeah, in Star Citizen you could say, but Irad, the planets are handcrafted. No, but that's not true. Only the landing zones are. And the planets that we have and moons that we have in Star Citizen are procedurally generated, and they are then adjusted manually. This is something that is not present in Elite Dangerous, but I mean, from the looks of it, do they need to? This is exactly looking the same. I mean, what we're looking at here is pretty phenomenal. This. I mean, I don't know about you guys. When I see something like this looks very believable, very satisfying. Look at all the details in the terrain. It feels almost real, and now we're gonna have those tiny atmospheres and those Mars types of atmospheres on top of that. I'm telling you guys, when it's available for pre-ordering, I'll pre-order this. I'll get back into Elite Dangerous just to experience it. I've played Elite Dangerous for a long time, all the way until mid 2018. From the beginning until mid 2018, that's a long time. I still have my character. I still have millions of credits, not billions, just millions of credits. I still have all of my inventory, and a part of me still wants to go back to Elite Dangerous. The reason why I haven't been to Elite Dangerous because, I felt a little bit alienated. I felt like the content that was brought to Elite Dangerous was not for me. The Thargoids, the engineers, it's just grinding, and not really enjoying the sceneries, enjoying the game, just enjoying the moment. I was not enjoying the moment. But I think that this is going to let me enjoy the moment, the time that I'm spending in the game, which is not going to be about the grind fest to get the money, to get the parts, but just feeling the universe around you.
Their surface pressures, composition, their temperature. Now we get to recreate it for you to explore.
And she's right. Every planet has its composition, atmosphere, simulated in the game, and what they are going to achieve with this technology is based on the data that they already have. Then they're going to be able to generate X amount of atmosphere with X amount of gas inside. I don't know if temperature is going to be a thing. This is something that we're going to have to eventually see in the future.
Really striving to make our planets look fantastic from an on-foot perspective, where you can get much closer to them. This is both with new rocky planets and new ice worlds, which look absolutely incredible.
Ice world.
Worlds heavy in ice will end up with ice world specific formation.
Wow. Okay. And this is also the other thing, guys. This is the other thing in which Elite Dangerous is beating Star Citizen at, is that those moons, those planets are 1-to-1 scale, which is not the case in Star Citizen, guys. I think that in Star Citizen it's 1-to-6, if I'm correct. But in Elite Dangerous it is 1-to-1. And this, I mean, when you look at this here, this is not how a planet or moon, especially this is not, for example, how Yela, the moon of Yela around her sun in Star Citizen, which is an icy moon that kind of looks like that with the same type of atmosphere and the same type of terrain. This is not how Yela looks. Yela looks much tinier, and sometimes it looks a little bit awkward as well. This is looking much better. I hate to say that, guys. I'm a huge Star Citizen backer. I love Star Citizen, but this is looking phenomenal.
You'll end up with Linnae, palimpsest.
All right, there we go. Look at all the this. Oh, it feels like we're actually there. Look at how beautiful this is.
Cryovolcanism on worlds which are more rocky. You will end up with your mountains, your canyons, your ridges, your seas, basins like on the moon.
The rocky planets have been upgraded to the point where now even the distant view looks so different. You're getting details that were never there before.
Another exciting element of these new planets and these new terrains, which the light atmosphere affords, are some more vegetation, some more flora.
What?
The flora that we're producing, we've been really interested in making sure that they feel like convergent life, so that they're recognizable to us.
Are we gonna get planets with life? Well, I mean, it's already kind of the case with the barnacles, right? But plants. So what kind of planets are we getting?
As different genuses and species, but they are also quite alien in themselves. We want them to be plausible, though.
The first time a player encounters one of these new organic life forms, they'll be able to sample
cool.
and extract genetic data from.
So basically, it's No Man's Skies in Elite Dangerous. Okay, hey, we know why not, right? Because I kind of like the concept of No Man's Skies, but it's way too cartoonish for me and a little bit too simple and arcadey. If they can bring that to a more hardcore type of game like Elite Dangerous, I think that we're really onto something. And this is going to be great for exploration. This is definitely going to, personally, this is the type of gameplay that's going to make me want to just go out there, explore, be in awe, just say wow, and just go out there and feel that my time is rewarding.
That organic life form. They can then log that in their codec, but also take back some of that genetic information as data and then trade that for rewards back at starports and planets.
This is awesome.
Elite is always...
Look at that, guys. Look at that. This is looking so great with that Cobra there ahead. That landscape. It feels like it's Star Citizen, Just I can't think of anything else. But with Elite Dangerous, this is what I've been wanting to see for such a long time. It's finally happening. I'm so happy. Look at blue skies, man. Blue skies. This is looking so great.
It's had a great heritage in allowing people to explore and rewarding them for finding things. And
we need to have more SRVs. One SRV. Not acceptable. We need to have more vehicles. I hope that they're going to do that eventually.
Obviously, we're going to continue that on foot. So we've got billions and billions of planets out there, and we're really wanting our community to engage, go into the black, set foot on new planets, get that moment where they are the first to set foot there, and be able to report that back in.
Exploration, in particular, I think generates those kind of magical moments where it's very,
wow,
very difficult.
Look at that. This planet just... You see, these are the landscapes that we are not seeing in Star Citizen, and that is where, in my opinion, one of the major design flaws in Star Citizen is to have those planets at 1:6 scale. And as a result, when I play a space game, that's what I want to see, because this is how it looks like. You are on the moon around a gas giant. That's how it's supposed to be looking like. It kind of does. It kind of does when you are playing on when you see the moons of when you are on the moons of Crusader, but it doesn't look as good.
Difficult to get anything close to that. Playing anything else, it's something that's really unique to Elite.
I think what Odyssey really represents for our players is the fulfillment of the promise that we made right at the very start of Elite, that we would finally allow people to get out of their ships.
Yeah, but how long is it taking you? It took you 6 years to do that. So when are we going to be able to land on Earth? Is it going to take another 6 years?
And walk on planetary surfaces. We have the full scale. You can fly from one end of the galaxy to the other, and now you can land on some of the planets and explore them on foot.
Yeah, he's choosing his words quite carefully. Some of the planets, not all of them, right? These are not going to be water worlds. These are not going to be terrestrial planets, which is a shame. I hope that one day we'll have, procedurally generated vegetation, biomes, eventually animals that we'll be able to hunt down. And then finally, Elite Dangerous will be the ultimate space game. But it's a as they say, it's a giant leap towards the right direction, but the journey is far from being completed. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know about you, but this is breathtaking. And I'm worried, guys. I'm worried for Star Citizen. I really hope that Star Citizen has something up in their sleeves, because there's always been that competition between Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen. I think that at the beginning, Elite Dangerous had the edge. They released earlier, say, hey, we have gameplay, we have some content, while Star Citizen just had Arena Commander, And then Star Citizen brought a planetary gameplay, where you could land on planets, which you could not do in Elite. And you could do, but with atmosphere, those planets feel so believable. And then people started, there's only one system in Star Citizen. It's not even complete, but it's so much more immersive, and the gameplay there is fun. And now Elite Dangerous is bringing their own version, but on a much different scale, and it looks really, really impressive. So I hope that soon, because it's coming next year. It's coming early next year. I hope that by Q1 or Q2 2021, CIG is going to have more gameplay loops. Pyro is going to be there, and hopefully maybe more star systems, so that we can have something that's a little bit more fleshed out, because I think that with this, quite a few people are going to migrate back to Elite Dangerous, and this is something that Star Citizen doesn't need at this point. They need to have as many players as possible, so that we can test game mechanics, and so that we can test eventually server meshing, and that we can have populated areas. I don't know what you guys think. Are you excited about Elite Dangerous Odyssey? I am very thrilled about it, and I'll be honest with you guys. I'll get it. I will install back probably early next year. I'll install back Elite Dangerous. I'll get back into it. Try to get used to how to fly in Elite once more, and I'll be definitely trying Elite Dangerous Odyssey. And so for this video, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's content. I'll see you guys later for more whatever videos we'll have. Flight Simulator, Star Citizen, we'll see, right? This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.